Hello everyone, I'm back for another SDWAN video, and we're gonna continue with our feature templates on device configuration through a device template. So last video we ran into or part one of this area, we ran into a issue with the interface. Okay, the interface configuration. It didn't like that we've selected the global option. So I believe we may have to go back and fix this. We might have to manually enter this, right? Um, so let me see. Let me refresh this page. Hopefully this is gonna be successful. And also, I remember that we were working the BGP, the eBGP template. We're having issues with we didn't not having issues, but we didn't include the peer or didn't save it at least. So let me see. So this is the interface. So what I'll do is I'm gonna copy that so that we have the exact value, and then we'll go back and under templates, feature templates. Okay. And then we'll find the VPN 0 interface configuration. I think this is where we got the failure. And I believe we might have to change the also, let me see, show run VPN 10, and we might have to do VPN 20. Show run VPN 20. There we go. So we might have to do those too. VPN 10 is 00. Yeah, no, VPN 000. VPN 10 is 03, and VPN 20 is 02. Okay. Let's see. It's quite slow. I may have to reboot my vManage. I'm gonna tolerate this, but once we're done with this video, we have a successful device configuration. And we're gonna test the rollback. This is something really I'm excited about. I have not tried it, right? But I'm gonna test the rollback, and then we'll take it from there. So if you remember, we're gonna make it device specific, and then this is a VPN 0 construct. Okay. Or I could okay, so alright, that's fine, that works for me, right? Let's call it VIII. Follow the proper naming convention. Okay. Alright, let's update that. We'll do the same thing for VPN 10, so we don't have it, because it seems to me that while he was deploying the configuration, he will scream, hey, VPN 512 is no good, right? Failure. VPN or VPN 0 is no good, failure, right? Every time, it seems that to me, every time we configured an item, we ran into some form of issues. VPN configuration, we never used that one. And then let me look into BGP. Let's correct that while we can. BGP, BGP. So we're gonna do edit that. And then I want to add the peer, because let me see the VPN 0. We had the BGP configuration. This is the neighbor, so I need to add the neighbor. Let me do that right now. And then we need to the state of the neighbor, right? Because you can shut down a neighbor even in on on iOS XE, you know, within your configuration or BGP configuration block, you could suggest you can shut down a neighbor, right? Um, and then you and then obviously in this we have an extra step, right? You enable address family IP for unicast, then you're advertising all the routes that you want to advertise within under this neighbor, right? Could be that I want to feed this neighbor certain routes, right? And I have another neighbor, I want to feed that neighbor maybe other routes different, right? So let's see. Well, still loading, I guess, because the page is not responsive. We'll wait a bit. All right. Okay, we said no, and then I remember yes number, router ID, and then we had network, and this is where I don't need a network because we're not advertising one. New neighbor, there we go. This is exactly what I was talking about, where you have to define your VEdge BGP neighbor. Okay, and then we don't need a description. You gotta remove the yes, that's fine. Address family, well, you want it on, and then you want to choose IPv4 unicast. It's taking a second. And then you want to say shut down no, right? Okay, so you're not shutting down the neighbor, right? This is where it makes it much more, it's web based. I would assume some people are more used to traditional, you know, getting on the CLI and being able to just work from the CLI. But you know, and this and you know, it gets some as long as you understand how the protocol works, right? You should be able to you know, let's update that. You should be able to get around it. Yeah, sometimes they'll use some names and you have to go and read documentation or Google it, right? Or any form of, you know, do some research on it, right? Nothing is wrong with doing research about it. I don't think it's wrong. I think it's, you know, makes sense. All right, so let's see, let's correct VPN 20 also. I'm pretty sure that we're going to run eventually into this error with the interface not matching. So let me see if there was any change being done. Oops, what am I typing? Okay. Yeah, so this is new. Let me see something. Oh, you could question mark just to see what's under security, right? And then oh wow, configure IPsec parameter, so we can do IPsec, and then let's see what's under IPsec, what they offer. Integrity type, right? Then ESP, IP, UDP, and what else? Okay, you can offer all these methods. Just let's go back and see. Oh man, it's still. Let me refresh. Okay, there we go. Oof, almost. All right, so this is where I'm feeling this will be rejected, right? So you have to go in here, say VPN 20 VEdge, right? There we go, and that'll do it because we want to be able to type it in, right? It'll be much more. Yeah, 20 Okay. All right, let's update that, and then we'll do VPN 10, and I think we're done. Now, if there's anything else wrong, obviously we'll just go back and fix it, right? All right, let's find VPN 10 configuration. No, it's interface configuration. That's what we're doing. VPN 10 interface configuration. There it is. Edit. This is nice. Also, you can change the device model. Now, we should maybe we're gonna do a third part of this series, right? Where we're gonna do a C edge. I want to build a configuration of a C edge, and we're gonna use this configuration to onboard the C edge, right? Now, here's the situation: is okay. How do you provision it, right? We need maybe a telnet server. I mean, a TFTP server, not telnet. A TFTP server to do this, right? Yeah, let's fix this also. A TFTP server might help to see if it can. It'll be an interesting exercise, right? Looking into provisioning this in, let's say we'll consider it in a different geographical location, right? I know this is within my lab, but we can simulate that, right? We'll stand up a TFTP server and try to pull the baseline configuration and then test its ability to connect to the vManage, right? Then once we bootstrap the device, the C edge, it goes in and pulls configuration from through DHCP, right? Let's do DHCP server, gets the configuration, load the configuration, and then you can go on the vManage and register the C edges, right? That would be a great, I think, exercise. Okay, let's attach this device. I like to try it, and then I'll make a video on it. I'll be honest, I haven't done it yet, but I'm kind of excited to try to do it. Maybe let's do it next video to see if I can onboard this C edge right here, site 400, into the fabric, the SD-WAN fabric. Right now the C edge is like I said, it's a 8000. See, it's trying to install DHCP before. Would you like to enter initial configuration? Let me think about this. No. Let me see. I think I have an idea of how to bootstrap this thing, but okay. I'm gonna cheat. Actually, no, I shouldn't. Let's do that. Because technically, I could come over here, right? Let me show you guys. Because this is one thing that I like about Cisco, right? You can go to config, and then you can drop a configuration here, right? And when you bootstrap the device, I think there's a way to bootstrap this device. I think there is, but I have to think under node maybe. No, it doesn't. Maybe lab. Well, I don't want to bootstrap the lab. That would bootstrap the whole lab, right? But anyways, let's go back. If you guys remember last video, we had some of this vEdge vname. Okay, this is where we go and capture the exact value. Show run VPN 20, right? I want to be exact, so I'm going to copy this. Then we'll go back. Oh, what happened here? Oh, it refreshed. That's okay. log me out. Cisco 123. That's the secure password we're using. It's quite slow. Let me see. Looks like CPU overall isn't being oversubscribed. See the vmanage. Well, my certificate authority, not my certificate, yeah, well, my CA, my certificate authority is being oversubscribed for whatever reason. It's eating resources. Mind you, this thing has been up for 8 days, so oh my god. I really want to restart this vmanage. I'm tempted to do so, but this gonna take us a minute because the NMS services, well, the network management services, take some time to boot, to start, right? So if we were, there you go, if we were to restart this thing, the vmanager would take a while coming back up. The configuration of username and password is default unless secure. Yes, I get it. But we are in a lab environment, so I wouldn't advise anyone to use unsecure password in a production environment, because if you reduce, let's just say you use a less secure password, there are chances that your system may get compromised. So not a good thing. Let's edit template. Hopefully this time we'll be able to complete it. There we go. I think last time we pasted that's VPN 20, I believe so. Let me just go back to pane. Hopefully, yeah, VPN 20. So what about VPN 10? What was the VPN 10? VPN 10 is 03. Just copy that in case, then continue with this. What is this description? I'm gonna say this is VoIP again, or VPN 1020, right? And then IP address. Oh, last time I had that, I think IP address for VPN 20. What was it? It's this one. There we go. VPN 20 IP address, right? And then VPN 20, yeah, IP address. Yes, that's correct. And then VPN 10 name is VPN 10. Interface. Oh, interface. So interface. Let me copy that exactly the way it looks. So copy that. Okay. And then description, we're gonna say VPN 10, right? IP address, let me copy that. Okay, 172.16.1.1/30. It's a block of 4. Interface for 512. I think it's if 0. Data, VH, VPN name. Okay, that's fine. That's the quad 0 for, and then I need to correct this definitely. Interface name, I think that for VPN 0 it was that right here. This is yesterday. That's where the error. Oops. I think it's G00. Let me make sure that's correct. I was being lazy. Show run VPN 0. Can I still interface? Yeah, I could. Interface. It's GE00. Yeah. Description. Well, let's do data. Yeah. What is this? IPv4 address. We can just copy this. Okay, B's Internet, New York, Eastern Time. Okay. One thing I'm not saying is the peer, BGP peer. I don't know why did I need to go back and see that. Let's just move forward for now, and then I'm gonna do a rollback. I'm pretty sure that when the configuration is successful, you can cancel the rollback. So we're gonna do a rollback in 15 minutes, and then if the configuration is secure, oh, we'll do 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes. What about this? We do 5 minutes, and then we'll wait for a rollback, and then we'll fix the BGP, because look at this. I got my BGP here configuration, but I don't have what's necessary to stand up the peer. So I would assume this would break, right? This will break the connection to this VEdge configure device. But we're gonna say, hey, I'm seated here in the cloud. I can no longer reach the site 200. Did an administrator, sorry. Right now, if I do ping VPN 0, 172.200.1.1, I can reach this site. But if this configuration is successful for whatever reason, what will end up happening is it's sending the code. It's gonna break the site. So we have a continuous ping running, right? And I hope this time. Failure. What happened? And the first name is not correct. That is not an error I like to see. Error message. Device failed to process request. Let me look into the logs. Maybe there should be show logging. Is it turned off? Yes, of course it's disabled. Show run VPN 0. Let me see what is going on. I mean, this is how it's remote procedure call, edit configuration, config VIII VPN, VPN instance, VPN ID is 0, VIII VPN interface, VIII VPN interface name 00. Let me let's go back to our template and see what could be the let me take a look at VPN 0 configuration. If we can see that, this is it right here, VPN interface configuration. Let me look at this first. Edit. I'll stop this ping. Oh wow, what happened here? Why is it so slow? It really doesn't make sense to me. I mean, they didn't like that. I don't know why. Let me go to device template. Maybe in my template there is maybe a piece that doesn't belong. Let's see. It's interesting. Now system archive logging NTP. Got all this configuration, and then this is what I have selected. It's the configuration that, and then we have edit. Let me see this. VPN 10 interface. I mean, that's fine. And then this is something we realized that we had wrong last video. Now we have VPN 20 sub template. All this is fine. Cancel. Let me fix the BGP one while I'm at it. Trying to figure out why. Gotta be careful this time. There's gotta be a button to add this. Let's see. Under neighbor. Interesting. Okay, we did say that we're gonna do VPN 0. This is VEdge. Okay. Description, we don't need one. AS is defined. We're gonna change that to VPN 0. VEdge edge. Okay, this is where you added. I didn't do that. Address family we wanted to do, and that's gonna be IPv4 unicast. That was the idea. Then we're gonna add. I think that's what I missed last time. It's gonna come in and add this. Then I'm gonna update. Well, honestly, that solves the issue with the BGP, but that doesn't solve the, I mean the BGP configuration, but that doesn't solve the issue with a configuration push. I'm gonna try it one more time and see if I can replicate this error. Could be the way I enter this this interface name in the device template. Doesn't really make sense to me, but let's try again. Maybe it's his ability to parse, right? VPN VoIP IPv4 IP prefix, right? VPN 20 IPv4 IP prefix. Next hop, okay. Interface gig02. Did I copy this from? Let me copy this one. IP address, that was correct. Users, VPN 10. Next hop, 03. I think I copied that too. If 0 for 512. Oh, this is where I want to paste that. He wanted a gig, so we're gonna do gig, right? I want to try that. I don't know. That might be when the error was popping. Maybe he wants a cap. I don't know. Let's try that. It'll be interesting if that resolved this issue, because he wanted a uppercase G. Okay, that's the peer. That's exactly what we wanted. That's the BGP peer on the transport side. eBGP peer. What about that? AS eBGP. So that's the BGP neighbor remote AS. I think it's 100. That's the transport INET. Yeah, BGP AS 100. Okay. New York. I wish I could just press N and that would take me here. VEdge US ID, that's 200, and then VPN ID, archive VPN is a 0. I think that's what they want. VPN ID. Set VPN in which archive server is located, archive VPN 0. And then this interface is interface name 00. Oh. Or name 00. That's the, or it could be a 0. What's the difference between GE0/0? That's interesting. Alright, let's try. Next. This time I'm not gonna roll back. I'm just gonna try this first because I want this to work first. Alright, let's do a configure diff and see. Let's compare the configuration that is the new config versus the old config. I think that would tell me if where the syntax error is, right? Because that's the interpreter, right? Okay, it's been interpreted. At this point I'll say, okay, there's gotta be some sort of bugs, right? So this is all things that are gonna be added because that's AAA, right? We did talk about this. And then obviously the user group tenant admin is gonna go. That's logging. We didn't set any logging, so Source interface 00, that's for NTP. It used to have VPN 0 on there. I think I may have to go back and add that. Archive, I have an archive configuration. OMP, I have more information. I'm advertising BGP. Now for IPsec, I have my authentication type, that's my hash and my encryption. Yeah, so under VPN 0 now I have the description and the DNS. I have router ID. I don't see an address family. I didn't set the address family, so that could be a problem. I'll revisit that. And then, ooh, that's not good. Right here. That's not good, right? Look at this. Configuration 00. Let me copy this, right? That's not good. And that's gonna be probably the same thing with 03. Well, let's try it for fun, and then I'll come back here and then change those values. I mean, let's see what happens. Yeah, let's see what happens. It is most likely gonna break, but you know, I mean, not gonna be successful. I'm just gonna fail. Well, I don't want to say it's gonna fail because this is a test. We have some expectation, right? But you know, it could work. But if it fails, we'll just go back and amend the names again and change the syntax and see if that takes. I don't really understand why it cares about if the interface name is case sensitive. I mean, let's see. Let me refresh. Ooh, it failed, right? It's saying device failed to process request error message. VPN instance, VPN ID 0, interface name 00. Interface name invalid interface specify error path. Yeah, well, earlier we did have the right name, but it still failed. I wonder if we're having maybe another. Well, let's try again. Let's go to feature template and then try to change the name again. We're gonna edit this. We're gonna attach. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to attach the device. I'm losing my train of thought. Okay, let's go attach device. We're gonna select my VIII again and try. That doesn't work. I have an idea. We're gonna try on the other VIII and see what happens. On the headquarters, site 400. Oof. Hold on. I need to edit template. VoIP prefix next hop. Okay, we pick this because that wins. Okay, user. Okay, we pick that. So let me just copy this. I don't know why. Maybe I had a space in here. I don't know. Paste. Yeah. Let's see data. We want this the right color scheme. Peer. Let me try N. Nope, that doesn't work, of course. America, New York. Okay. US site number 200. And then I don't know if this is the one spitting a value, an error. set VPN in which I will say, I don't want to say VPN, I'll say 0. We'll remove that later on, just to see if that could be, because potentially that could impact another block, right? But let's click on this and run through the configuration in depth, and then we'll put them side by side and we'll take a look again. Okay, let's do a config diff, and then side by side. New configuration or configuration, things to look for. Okay, looking for the archive block. Yep, VPN 0, so 0 works. OMP configuration, VPN 0, BGP configuration, this match, interface 00, GE00, this match. I don't have the IPv6 configuration, but that's okay. Color based internet restrict, that's okay. P-route, okay. VPN 10, interface GE03, that match. Okay, or route match. VPN 20 GE02, that match. There shouldn't be VPN 512. There shouldn't be, in this configuration, there shouldn't be anything wrong with it. Okay, there shouldn't be anything wrong with it. It should take, right? If I was to copy this, right, and then verbatim drop this configuration, it should take. All right, let's do a config rollback. Add exception, save, and then configure device now. If that doesn't work, then we may have another underlying issue that, you know, I may not be aware of, right? I can start doing we're gonna do some research, right? We're gonna search the search engine for maybe like other engineers having the same running into the same issue. But again, you're gonna see some weird behavior, and sometimes those behaviors failure. Okay, let's see. Oh, what is my failure? Let me see. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, there it is. It's still complaining about this device failed to process error message. Error path. I am not understanding this. Okay, let's look it up now. Oh, this is the same thing we saw yesterday. Okay, I mean, yesterday, I mean, yeah, well, I don't know. Let's copy this error message again and see if I can find something more specific to this problem. Let's look for maybe this portion. Well, the whole portion should be. Let's look for this error path. Because to me it makes sense what we've done, right? Okay, let's see this. Hmm. Let me see. Configure 0 on both VPN 0, and that is not acceptable. So, well, where is the error? I'm not saying. Oh, that's different. That's different. Yeah, that's a different issue he's having. Well, let's go back to this and error message VPN instance VPN ID 0 interface ETH name interface name invalid source interface GE00 config for for system NTP server let's go back and fix. Okay, that's okay, that makes sense. Give me a second. Let's go to feature templates and you know what, let's go to device template and remove this, or you know what, let's go to the NTP. Let's see what I've done that could possibly VIII NTP configuration. Let's see, edit. Global. What is the default value? 0. That's the default value. Oh. Of course, right? This is where I think that yeah. Let's go to the default value. This is what I suggest. If I was part of the development team, I would write my code so that it does capture a string, right? And then when capturing the string, it does everything in lowercase, right? Or everything in uppercase, right? And use that data. So and put in the var and store in the var or whatever you'll do with the var, right? Part of your template, right? Now, this error, when I read the code multiple times, I mean, obviously I should have just, sometimes it helps reading reading the error and making sure you take your time, right? I realized that my G letter from the interface name gig, right, was uppercase, right? Because that's what it said within your NTP configuration that belongs to VPN 0. You're doing this, and that's wrong, right? Got it, right? But I also think that needs to be fixed, right? Cisco should, re-engineer so that because it doesn't make sense to me when you're working on the CLI. I can type uppercase G E and then or I and tab it and I get an interface output, right? And it would help if it was set like that. Really, it would. Why did it 0? Okay. All right. It would help if it didn't care about. It made everything. It's everything not case sensitive. In this case, it is case sensitive. We don't want it to be case sensitive. Case sensitive would be the system only allows lowercase GE00 and not uppercase GE00 or uppercase first letter G and then lowercase E00. Doesn't make sense to me, right? Um, yeah. Okay, so we'll do a rollback timer again. I think this time it'll work. Hopefully, I'm not gonna run into um, something so specific that could impact, a push to my VH. So let's hopefully the configuration will be properly set this time. This was funny. And for anybody watching this video, we're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna see, and I like to present everything. Some people do pause their video and then spend time fixing, and then you know I like to show you everything so that you see me also read documentation and try to go through figuring out how to resolve an issue, right? I think the process matter. Hopefully this goes through. I hope. It's taking longer than usual. Come on, please. Give me a success this time. If he doesn't, we'll go back and try to figure out what the issue is, but it looks like he went through this time. Completed template push to device. Ooh, yeah, sending configuration completed. This is very good, right? Now I need to see success. Let me refresh. Yeah, there we go. So we were successful. All right. Now let me go to the I most likely lost access to that VH remotely. If I'm an administrator, I've lost access to VH, possibly because I forgot to enable address family IP4 unicast. Hopefully. Oh no, I have not. This is good. Let me go back to the VH. This is really good. Show run VPN 0. Let's see my BGP configuration. Oh, that's fine because I enable address family under the neighbor. It's okay. So we're okay. We're okay. Alright. Looks like, let me show IPsec outbound connection. Ooh, I have none. Now, that is possibly because I have added, let me show you guys security. This is probably because I've modified this, right? Let's go to headquarters and quickly see it. See how, what's the configuration? Show OMP peer. Obviously that's gonna still work. Show BFT session. See, if you don't have tunnels, you don't have a BFT session. Show run system. Let me see if I missed something. That site ID. Oh, 300. Oh, I was on the wrong. Show outbound. Show IPsec. Outbound. What I really wanted to do most likely was to check my security and see what it is. Oh no, it's the same. What went wrong? Let me ping VPN 0 172.200.2.2. Okay, I can ping it. Show BFD sessions. Show BFD sessions. Okay, show BGP route. Show route. Show IP route. Okay. External BGP. No, not external. Sorry. This is from static connected. I have my BGP routes right here. That's interesting. Let me just go back to the vSmart and see. Yeah, I'm still reachable. I broke something, but what did I break? Let me see, show run VPN 10, see if I may have messed something up. Let me ping VPN 10 and ping the user and see if I can get to my user, who is 2101 maybe. No, okay, I can. Let me ping VPN 10 and see if I can ping across to headquarters. ICMP destination net unreachable. Well, the outbound tunnel is down. Show run VPN 0. Let me see what I'm missing. Oh, maybe that could be the problem. That right here. Let me go to Edge and see if I can, if I restrict it, then I have to restrict it here too, right? Is it? 400. I don't have it. I don't have a color. Why? VPN 0 interface GE00 tunnel interface, right? And then we're gonna do color B's internet restrict. See if that commit. Okay, show run VPN 0. Okay, there it is. Show out. Oh, show websec outbound connections. Come on. Yeah, it's up. Okay. That was interesting. That was interesting, right? So now I can ping now, I think. Tunnel is up. I have an IPsec connection. Oh, gone wrong. I did ping the wrong. It's 10.10.01. Now I have a connection. But it's gonna roll back. It's gonna roll back, right? Let me see. It is gonna roll back and this is gonna go away. And when it does, it's gonna break everything. So let's see after you've done this, right? I want to know, because if you see it say setting rollback time to 10 minutes. How do I tell it not to roll back? Let's go back to templates maybe and see if from the device template I could tell it. It doesn't. Let me research it. That's interesting. SD-WAN, Cisco SD-WAN. Stop rollback configuration from vmanage. I'm sure there's got to be something that yeah, well, that's not, we're not trying to return where, let me see, maybe on the rollback, if there's a, yeah, the rollback, let's see. Return the previously committed, return to the most recently committed configuration. You are not prompted. Return to an early committed configuration. So I guess you can, but this is not what we're looking for. This reminds me of the iOS XR capability. The XR you can literally roll back in this, and that gives you a lot of power, right? You could, just like Juniper routers and you know, Juniper devices, you can roll back. I love their firewall, but that's another story. VMware Web UI. Let's try that. This configuration guide, Cisco disable rollback timer. Add to Cisco VIII router to delete the configure rollback timer. Yes, perfect. Change the device rollback timer. Let's go there. Maybe it's going to be, where is it? Change the device rollback timer. There. So config preview, rollback your device, set rollback slider, enable slider. Okay, you can set up a password, save configure on the side, but it doesn't tell me how to stop it. Let me see if I can search for rollback. Right, you got a few rollback. So rollback timer, rollback. Okay, they all rollback. Okay, to go rollback time, which are attached to the template, and the rollback time. To later configure rollback, click the trash icon. Okay, to exclude device from rollback time and click add exception. Okay, the table of the configured device rollback time lists all the device to which you are attaching the template and the rollback time. To delete the configure rollback. Okay, so it should be see, attach device. Let's see if we attach the device, maybe there would be a rollback timer. Oh no, feature profile, maybe there's a profile here. Oh, device template. Why can't I? Oh, click on that maybe. See if I can. That's the device template attached to this, but I'm not seeing anywhere where I could delete. View maybe. That's not what I want. That's really not what I want. I think probably rollback already. Let me check. Sure, no, he has not. Okay. We still got time to device attached. We got one. And then is there a way to let me go back to this document. It says the table of the configured device rollback time dialog box list on all the device to which you are. So there is a rollback. Let me see. Rollback time. Rollback timer. Administration maybe. Let me see. Rollback. Configuration. Maybe under device. That's interesting. From rollback times, I click add exception to exclude a device from the rollback timer setting. We have not set a timer. If you do an exception, then it's not part of a rollback. Okay, so we're not doing that. Okay, so we have assign template. That's pretty cool. Device bring up is pretty cool too. This shows you like a step by step, like so communication between the controllers, VIII per se, and the device itself. So it tells you like, and then we're gonna go over this all this built-in monitoring tools and monitoring processes tool and stuff like that, right? It's pretty cool. But anyways, I'm gonna end this video. I don't want it to be any longer than the first video in this series, but we'll fix this later on. We'll go back under template and then we'll push this new configuration or add new configurations on the device template, right? Currently this is attached to the VIII. We might have to do another, we might do a copy and do one for H headquarters, right? So please stay tuned, and hopefully you watch this video on the next. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.